Hi, it's Amanda. I'm here to show you some yoga postures that you can do to help with the any rounding that you feel in your back from like a hard day at work or from being on your phone. So we're going to use some different variations of supported fish pose to open up across the front of the chest, open up around your shoulder girdle, and support the muscles of your back. So grab two blocks and you're going to place them long ways next to one another so they almost create this hard bolster for you. And then you're going to lay on the blocks so that the edge of the bottom one is in line with the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. And then your head can rest on the top one. So throughout this, I'm going to keep my knees bent. I'm going to have my feet on the ground with my knees knocked in together because that widens through the sit bones and creates the curvature that we're looking for in the lumbar spine. And then you can start with your arms by your sides. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and then out through your mouth. And we'll do that twice more. Inhale. Big exhale. One more. Good. And then you can reach your arms up to the sky. Palms facing in, but arms shoulders distance apart. And then as you inhale, reach your fingertips up so your shoulders wrap around and your back gets round. And then as you exhale, plug your arm bones down so that you actually can squeeze on the block with your shoulders. And then inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, squeeze and push them down. We'll do three more like that. Just opening up the front and then squeezing. Last one. Lift up and then pull down, widen your collarbones. Good, this time inhale, reach up, and then exhale, reach all the way over your head. Grab your elbows over your head, align your biceps with your ears. So if you're super flexible and your arms go back, realign them so they're right in line with your ears. And then press your elbows out into your own hands and push your elbows away from your hip creases. Take two more breaths here. And then reach your arms back overhead, back up to the sky. Inhale, reach them up and all the way over your head. And then grab opposite elbows. Align your ears with your biceps. Press your elbows out into your own hands and push your elbows away from your sit bones, away from your hip creases. And take three deep, full breaths. In through your nose. Out through your nose. Feel your whole torso expanding and contracting. And then release your arms back overhead, all the way up to the sky. And then inhale, reach them up overhead. As you exhale, bend your elbows like a cactus and squeeze your shoulders against the block. And then keep it going. Keep squeezing your elbows all the way toward your waist so your fingers fan out. And then aim your fingers toward your feet by straightening your arms. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up and over your head. And then exhale, bend your elbows wide like a cactus. Squeeze your shoulders into the block. Hug your elbows toward your waist and aim your fingers toward your feet. So it becomes a big sweeping circle up and over. And then bend your elbows wide, squeeze them toward your waist, aim your fingers toward your feet. And 2 more. Inhale up and over. And then a really slow exhale as you open up the front of the chest. Inhale. Slow exhale. Let's do 1 more for good measure. And then lay your arms down by your sides. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good. And then align your feet so they're the same distance as your hips. You're going to take your right ankle and cross it over your left thigh close to your knee. And then take your right hand and push on your right thigh. You can hold on to the thigh here. You can come closer to the hip crease and really straighten your arm. And then really dig your sit bones down into the ground so you'll get a bigger back bend in your low back. And flex your right foot fiercely, like you were standing on a wall right there.
Oh, well, we're already working with the users group on that. They already met with us now. Tom's trying to come up with
1 more breath here. And then release your arm, release your leg, and we'll switch. Left ankle across your right thigh, close to your knee. Bring your left hand to your left thigh, either on the thigh or really close to your hip crease. And straighten that arm as best you can so it becomes a little like, what are those called on the walls where they're like tacking the wall? Root down through your sit bones. Dig in. Breathe into the hips. A bracket. It's called a wall bracket. 1 more breath. Flex your foot. Good. And then let go of your legs. Put them back on the ground. Reach your arms up to the sky. Grab opposite elbows over your own shoulders here. And then you're going to pull your elbows to the left and pull your elbows to the right. And just pull them a few times to the left and right. You widen your feet. You might feel a little more stable. And come to center. Take your right hand up to the sky. Turn your palm to face backward. You're going to hold on to your own elbow with your left hand and bring your right fingertips to the ground right behind your head. So your elbow aims up. And then you're going to draw big circles with your elbow. Keep your fingertips on the ground. So you're moving that shoulder blade all around on the rib cage. And then go in the opposite direction. And then come to center here. You can stay like this, or you can lift your head and upper back up. Slide your right hand down in between your shoulder blades and then lay back on the block. So your right forearm might land on the block and then your head lands on your forearm. And keep holding on with your elbow here. Try to wrap your armpits toward your heart. Okay, 2 more breaths. And then lift yourself up to let that go. Reach your arms by your sides just for a moment. Feel the difference. And then reach your left arm up to the sky, palm facing backward. Hold onto your elbow with your right hand, and then bend your left elbow. Touch your fingertips to the ground next to the head here, and then start to make those circles in one direction. the other direction.
So if you can give me, like, before that meeting starts, you guys can send back inputs of just highlight things in yellow and think.
And then come to stillness. Lift your head and your upper back up. Slide your left hand in between your shoulders and lay it back down. And then as you get heavy through your head, try to wrap your armpits toward your heart. So your right hand might actually help your left arm do that. 2 more breaths here. And then lift up. Release your arms back down to the ground. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. And then to come out of this, you can reach your right arm over your head, roll off the blocks to your right, and take a moment on your side. And then move the blocks out of the way. Come all the way onto your back and just feel the residue of what you've created. You can stay here for a few breaths before you roll to the side to sit up or rock and roll to sit back up.